live streaming, anime. With these powers combined, you too can become a VTuber! Tips and tricks from a Twitch partner. I'm Cozy2, and in today's VTuber tips, I'm gonna go over the 5 basic steps to get started and become a VTuber, with some hot takes at the end. Starting off with step 1, budget. How much do you want to spend? Some people think they need to be swimming in cash to get what they want. After all, the big guns of the VTuber world debut with fancy models. So that must be it, right? Wrong. When I started, I used and still use a pre-made model and assets I found either for free or like less than $5. What you spend is totally up to you. Keep an eye out for a future video describing VTubing at different budgets. But to be honest, you really don't need a live 2D or 3D model for your first stream. Plenty of options for being a PNG tuber. Ultimately, pay the artist what they ask, and if someone's too much for you, either add them to a wish list or find someone else. The budget and your decision is entirely up to you. Of course, there is the insane path of being a skilled artist who does everything yourself. Once you've made that choice, it's on to the next step. Step 2, character creation. Who do you want to be? Orca? Bunny girl? Pirate? Some variety of demon? Or something no one has dared to yet create? The choice is yours. One of my favorite aspects of the VTuber community is that creativity is everywhere, and you have the power to choose who you are in the space. That being said, sometimes you just don't know who you want to be. I recommend 3 methods to figure that out. Number 1, make a list of your favorite things and turn one of those into a VTuber. Number 2, you could mess around with a character generator. I went with method 2. Here are some of the first concepts. 3, think of your content and inspirations. No one owns sea creatures after all. Use these as a base of inspiration to make it your own. However, you then need to take that idea and turn it into something you can show off on stream. But what are your options? Well, I've got just the diagram for this. Ta-da! The intersections between custom, cost-effective, and quick. Side note, DIY still takes your time and skill, so quick and cost-effective depends on how much you value your time. Or maybe not if it's just for funsies. If you've decided you don't want to spend a lot but need those jiggle physics right now, checking out websites like Etsy or Booth to find your character is going to be the step for you. This is the step I went with, trying to find a model that had a similar design or that I just like. There are surprisingly a ton of pre-mades out there. Have a very specific idea for a character? Absolutely need your concept to come to life, but don't have the upwards of hundreds or thousands to spend? Try a PNG tuber. Prices range as always, but this will almost always be the cheaper option by a landslide when compared to custom live 2D models. Lastly, the internet is vast and there are many lovely artists, but finding something custom and quick? This may lead to expensive models or differing quality. Just keep an eye out for people promising something too good to be true. Maybe you'll find a gem. Before we get into stream setup, thanks for watching this far. Make sure you like and subscribe for more VTuber and streaming tips. On to step 3, stream setup. I'll do a deeper dive into stream tech and a step-by-step guide, but for today's video, here's a guide of the things you'll need. First note, make sure you have a computer and internet connection that can handle what you're about to set up. Not every PC or laptop is the same, and this is a tech-heavy hobby. Having a certain level of performance is non-negotiable. For other hardware outside of a PC setup, make sure you have a semi-decent mic. Yes, the gamer headset you've had for years could work, but make sure it's at least good enough for people to listen to. I personally recommend the Blue Yeti. On to software. If you have a PNG tuber, Vtube will be needed, and for a live 2D model, you'll need VTube Studio. Both are free, but VTube Studio does have a watermark and other features paid in the DLC. Next, you'll need to choose what platform you like. Each have their own pros and cons that you can look into. For me, the level of interactivity with chat made me choose Twitch. You'll also need streaming software. OBS and Streamlabs are two of the biggest I've seen, and personally, I'd go with OBS. Streamlabs is easier initially, but learning OBS will help you in the long run with this level of flexibility and performance. As for the actual setup, all you need to get started is game capture for model, game capture for the game you want to play, and a mic so that stream can hear you. This is really all you need to get started on your first stream, but it's pretty basic. Let's add some more personality and flair. Nice to haves. Game overlay. Starting soon screen. Ending soon screen. Chat box. Alerts for followers and subscribers joining. And if you're on Twitch, some panels and info in your About section. All of these can be commissioned, made yourself, or found for free online. I just used Stream Elements default alerts and chat box for the longest time, and other assets I googled free Twitch panels, overlays, etc. to find. That's it. Now, with those in place, make sure to add your streaming key for your platform and you should be ready to go. If you need help with additional setup, YouTube is the place to go, but what is it that you want to stream? Step 4. Content creation. Think about what you want to do. Maybe start out by playing your favorite game or drawing. This is the meat and potatoes of what your channel is going to be about. So have fun! Which means it's time for step 5. Hitting the go live button. This is probably the hardest part. You can prep all you want, but it's not a stream till you go live. That being said, a few hot takes to finish it off. Or, well, lukewarm to be honest. Do not expect to go live and have an audience unless you already have an online presence elsewhere. This is normal. The overall average viewer count on Twitch is 2 to 3. 11 viewers and you're considered the top 3%. Because of this, do not spend crazy money planning your first stream as a debut. The only people who do this are typically part of a company. They can afford a debut and know that they'll have tons of people that are going to watch it. That being said, at the end of the day, have fun. If you're not having fun, then what's the point, right? Be who you want to be, and who knows, you might be the next Iron Mouse or Gura. Only one way to find out. Have any questions or need help on your own stream? Comment down below and I'll check it out. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching!